By and large, I think as an industry, we're not bad at having women in senior leadership positions. When you compare and contrast, nonetheless, in an organisation which is dominated by a female workforce, the percentage of women at the top of the industry who are female compared to the population in the body of the curve, there are still issues there. I think there will inevitably women will inevitably suffer some of the general sexism that is pervasive in society. I think, I like to think that my daughter, I've got a 16-year-old daughter, will get a better crack of the whip than her grandmother did, and I think that is the case. But nonetheless, there are those issues in the way. I think there is that subliminal stuff about maternity leave and all those sorts of things and setting people back. So I think I think our industry isn't bad, but we are not immune from all the things which I think women suffer from in the workplace in the round. I think different organisations have different approaches to part-time working, and depending where you are as a parent, and the reality of the position is women do tend to do more of the parenting at certain points, ensuring that you are an organisation which can accommodate flexible working and part-time working, I think, is another important aspect of it. One of the things that I got involved in very early, there's an organisation set up many years called Women Like Us, which was set up to help women who were taking time off to look after children to have access to part-time work. And the reason I felt it, I'll never forget taking my daughter to school actually and dropping her off at the school gates and looking around at what the majority of people there were women, thinking all my recruitment problems are actually standing here waiting to be solved. So I worked with some people to start to get part-time women back into work, and it was really successful actually. So I think those are some practical things we can do. My wife and I have one child, a little girl. When she was born, my wife took time out of work for a while, then went back time, and I was the main worker. And I've seen what it was like for her. At the time, she felt incredibly frustrated, actually, by the nature of part-time work, and actually by the limitations that were placed around her in terms of her ability to get promotion and do some interesting work. So I've seen directly firsthand how frustrated people can be. So the other decision I made personally is when my daughter was born, I decided I wasn't going to travel to work. So I kind of made a conscious decision that I was going to go no more than sort of 40 minutes in any given direction. And so in a way my career has sort of circled all around North Central London because I wouldn't move. But I've been really privileged in my career. I mean, it's been an absolute privilege to have done 3 different chief executive jobs and to be, I like living and working in my community. I'm never short of feedback about how it's doing. So that's kind of where I've come from. Would I take time off to do parenting? I was hopeless. I was going to say I was hopeless at it. I am hopeless at it. But yes, if I had my time all over again, yes, I would. The thing I probably regret is I didn't spend enough time with my daughter when she was young. I think there is something about people coming together and generating a sense of confidence is a really important thing for people to do. In terms of the business case, I don't think it's complicated to make the business case, but maybe sometimes the business case is helpfully made. There is something. Some people do get a bit anxious about being able to do the job on a part-time basis without really looking at the evidence, looking at the facts when it just works. So making the case, being loud and proud, being out there advocating for women leaders, being out there, being the role models, going out there talking about it, those for me are really, really important things. And also, in a way, I'm really glad you're here, because it's not just about women going out advocating the case for women. We all have a responsibility to advocate the case for everybody. And I think it's really important that they do that. The other thing, by the way, I hope they have fun, because it's really important enjoying yourself doing this stuff. Really, really important.